And hello, Phoenix Kingdom. This is your king speaking. Now, I'm back in here with another Roblox video. This one is of a game I had found during the, time of not recording, between last time I recorded and now, which was only like a couple of days. I found it a couple of days after, because after I did the last recording and uploaded it to my channel, I had, I was gonna do it like the next day or the couple days after that, I was coming back onto Roblox to see what new games I could find and such, because I hadn't played Roblox for a couple of months. Well, no, not a couple of months. It's been pretty much almost a year, because it was, around last year sometime. It was, halfway through last year, something like that, when I last played Roblox before. And so I had decided to come back onto Roblox. And so I did that. And then I found this game. I'm like, okay, let's play it. And then I got addicted to it a little bit. Was playing it for a couple of days nonstop. And then I was gonna do a recording of it a little bit after I had, gotten some gaming out of it and enjoyed it a bit. And then my internet went out for a couple of weeks. I went back over to Idaho a little bit for my brother's birthday, and the internet was still out for a couple of weeks. It was like another week after I had came back, so it was like 3 weeks or something like that was when it was out for. And then when I got the internet back, I was waiting to do a rebirth on it, because we have rebirths like this, for various boosts and such. You've got the less build time or more money income, or capture point boosts, or more army capacity, more luck, and so I was waiting until I rebirthed again, because I didn't want to start it when it was in the middle of a build. I wanted to do like a fresh sort of start for land to show you the basics of it and such. But that took a little while, and then I took a couple of days break from it, just to see what other games there was on Roblox, and I found another great one, which I'm going to show on this video too, which that one doesn't have rebirth, so I'll have to show you the progress I've already done to it, But, yeah, so now I'm back in with another recording, and past couple of weeks, the internet's been complete shit, where for some reason, well, it wasn't past couple of weeks, it was literally this last week, last few days, my internet, that's the wrong shop, my internet has been acting up and everything's been majorly laggy for some fucking reason. It's like everything refuses to properly work. Okay, so you go to the shop when you're first starting, you buy a little bit of stuff, buy these which help you earn the money. And then, you buy some houses so that you can get some more soldiers, as you can see, as you saw it grow and the houses were being placed. But the houses do more than just give you more soldiers. They give you workers so that you're earning constant, money. Because they collect the money. If you don't have workers, then the money just stacks up and then it gets full. And then you have to collect it yourself. Although I have a collect all, you know, I could just do that because it's a Game Pass you can buy, you know. And you can also buy 2 times 5 times gold Game Pass, as you can see right down there, you know, for it. Collect all one, shrinking one, so you could just shrink down to the size of them. Or grow, if it'll grow. Oh, there it goes. You know, those are a couple of things. And then there's also the VIP, which you could do. You know, change the name of your kingdom or change the color of it. That is also a Game Pass. And then you also get some bonuses for favoriting the game and joining. No, that's inviting friend. And no, that's with Roblox Plus. It's not showing up there. For the group bonus, for joining the group, as you can see from the group bonus right there. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, you know, you just have to do this, and then, you know, when you build each of these, it unlocks, you know, the work, first. You're gonna do this bullshit again. I fucking hate this game. It's not this game that I hate, I fucking hate my computer. It's so fucking retarded, it won't even fucking work half the goddamn times. Oh my fucking god. This thing's pissing me the fuck off. You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not even gonna fucking show you. I'm gonna goddamn quit this fucking game. Because it wants to be a bitch again. You get more workforce from these. You can go to the shop, buy more fucking upgraded versions of the building things, you know. As you probably saw in production, that's housing, you know, upgrade housing. But you get more of this fucking shit, you know, like more buildings and such. Some you can only find from chests. You get more and more workforce, you can be able to build more, like it tells you how much is required. This one's required 700, required 25, so I could place that one down. You could get any one of them from chests, just some of them are chest exclusives. You know, it's like this is chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive. Some of these show up in the shop, so some of them you can, you know, there's a chance for them to show up in the shop, but that is extremely rare. Pretty much these ones are chest exclusive. That one shows up in the shop actually, but it doesn't. Same with the tavern, I think, and the market. Those ones show up in the shop, but extremely, extremely rare. Like I've been playing this for a good couple of weeks, you know, and I haven't seen it once. And pretty much whenever I do play this, I'm on it all day. So, I mean, I haven't seen it to once show up in the shop. So it's like extremely, extremely rare, you know. These are just like boosts you can do, you know. You've got various types, you know. You've got the boost nearby productions of the building. So, you know, those buildings produce more and produce faster, you know. You've got the builders, which, you know, decrease building time. You've got strength, you know, statues that give boosted damage. Then you've also got these ones that boost the overall income of the money of the buildings, which means all the buildings earn more money. Then you've also got the various different army tabs to help fight for you, you know. Chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive, chest exclusive. Chest exclusive, chest exclusive. But, you know. And like these ones, these magical, the majestic. And special. I know it's forgetting one. Special, magical, and majestic. Those are the three class types, or the rare types that remain with each rebirth, and then every decoration you obtain. These are all chest exclusives. Every decoration is chest exclusive, but all decorations you get remain with each rebirth also. And then you've got these ones. That one is chest exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you only really have 2 of them that are housing that's majestic or higher. There's nothing higher than a royal castle. Which kind of sucks, but it also kind of makes sense. You know, this is literally called build a kingdom. The whole point is building a kingdom, and these are castles. So, I mean. So, yeah, I mean. That's the gist of this game. Each of the working buildings, you know, each of the production buildings, they each have a certain amount that they give to, you know. It's like, I mean, as you can see, this one gives 450 workforce, while it requires 1050 workforce in order to be placed. So, I mean, yeah. That's this game pretty much done, the gist of this game, you know. Well, let me enter the shop. Okay, well, that didn't time it let me in. You know, because you can see all of the things you've got in the shop. Hunter, tent, lumberyard, herbalist hut, fisher pond, sawmill, windmill, bakery, dyer, mine, blacksmith, market, tavern, church, guild hall. All of these, you know. Even up to the mine, I haven't seen once in the shop. I don't even remember if I've seen a dyer. I might have seen 1 or 2. Most of the dyers I remember getting is from chests, though. And you've got the army that you can find in the shop. You know. Which Dark Castle, Sky Castle, those are pretty much, they show up here. But I only really find them ever in chests. Same with the Rider Barracks. In Arcane Tower, that is common to get from a chest. I get a shit ton of those. And then, you know, you've got housing, you know, hut, house, large house, inn, you know, fort, castle, royal castle, you know. And then there's just the defensive one, you know, archery tower, catapult, and trebuchet. Which again, the catapult and trebuchet, you know, they don't really show up in anything but the chest, you know. You've got the basic one, you know. It shows you everything that is in the chest, you know. Everything that can be got from them, you know. Then the majestic, then the premium, then the ultimate, then the heroic, which is the best one. This is like when you get late game, when you're getting a lot of money and then as an income, and you know, you're just getting a bunch. And then this is where you get the decorations. And then you've got this shop, the Shudsmith Forge, you know. This is where you go to convert, which is to say you take all of your majestic and higher tier buildings and such, and you can turn them into shards. And then the shards you can use to forge the various, you know, boosts for your kingdom. And then next to it, which is pretty new, they added this after I got the internet back. Which this one is where you can just take the monuments you've already obtained on your own side, use materials from the other monuments and the other, you know, the obelisks and such that you created or obtained. And every time you rebirth, you get another monument. Yes. But you know, you could do these to upgrade. That's why, like, some of them on the builders, I have a 2-stack for here, because these are the better versions of the builders, you know, because I already upgraded 2 of them, you know, so this is just a way of upgrading the monuments. which is interesting. So yeah, I might come back later to actually, continue this playing and everything, later, but that is that for this part of the video, Now I'm exiting. Where the hell is that is? Huh? And my prison. Yep, this was another game that I found. Stop acting like you're dying. Fucking hell, I need a new computer. This one's a piece of shit. No. It's the worst area ever. Hey, both the fucking good ones are gone. Of course they are. Only ever seems to be one server. You could leave and try joining again. Doesn't fucking work. For some reason, it likes putting you in the exact same fucking server. Fine, I'll go in the goddamn worst fucking area ever. This shouldn't even be a fucking plot of land. So fucking terrible. I'm saying it's terrible because this is the worst spot to place your prison when you're trying to get prisoners. Because all the prisoners are down there. Something's on fire. Oh. Activate, run. So yeah, this is the prison that I'm doing right now, It's pretty basic, I'll go into the details a little bit, Got a little reception area, for some raiding. Then through here is the visitor area, You got a police area over here, the security room. You got the shower area and sink area. Workout area. The prisoner side of the visitor center. The workroom. The laundry room. The first cell that can hold 28 prisoners in it. Motherfucker, this is a mess. Oh yeah, I don't have a cleaner yet. Oh yeah, the cafeteria, the kitchen. What am I missing? One chef, what? I was in the middle of a fucking building. Hospital. Shop. You're just an asshole, aren't you? Oh yeah, up there. Cannot be monitored at a guard. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's what happened. Another bus came in. Okay, I need to add another bus. Yeah, I was waiting on another... Yeah, I need to add another chef. There we go. I was waiting on another prison bus, which I'll get to that in a second. Add more phone, soda machines, and seatable stuff. I got plenty of soda machines. You only need 2 for like 60 of them. Wait, what? Soda machines and seatable stuff. Add more phones. Oh, I don't have any phones. That's the problem. I forgot about the phones. Phones. Right there. I knew I was forgetting something. Cut room. Are you gonna... You're gonna place? There it goes. Here, I'll place one more. There you go. Yeah, I was waiting on another prison bus because prison buses can only hold so much. Oh, yep. Request denied. Yeah. So, I mean, the cut room you unlock from research, you know. You unlock this cut seating and such from research, which is this little tab, you know. You can research and spend money to research on stuff. This is a researchable thing that I already did. Prisoner buses are researchable too, which you can manage how many it can fill, you know, because it'll keep this at full, but prisoner buses can only hold like 10 or something like that, because it's in the vehicle tab right here. I think it's the same thing, because if you click on it, it says 12 capacity, which means I'm pretty sure the regular one does the exact same. It can only fill about 12 at a time. Sometimes it seems like a little bit more, but it can only fill like so much at a time, you know. Oh yeah, it's only 12, because I'm at 24 prisoners right now. So it can fill up to 12 prisoners at a time, and it's a researchable thing. And you know, it's constantly keeping your prison filled. Hospital stuff is researchable. Also, this earns you money just like the cut room. They both earn money. So you earn extra money. Each prisoner you get has money too. Each basic prisoner, which I'm only on the small, you know, what's it called? Small security. I'm only on small security prisoners, and each of them give $10 per hour. The shop also earns money, of course, you know, because it's them buying stuff. And that's also another researchable thing. The laundry room is researchable. I don't even really know what this does. I think it's just happiness. I think this just gives happiness to the prisoners. Or maybe cleanliness. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. It definitely didn't say if it earned money or not, so it definitely doesn't earn money. But this earns money, the workshop. Which does kind of make sense, you know, but that earns money. Security room. Stuff for, you know, basic prison cells. Even the elevator right there, and staircases. You know, those are just basic things that you unlock from the very beginning. Even all the vehicles and stuff. So pretty much anything to create the prison how you want from the beginning is unlocked right off the bat. Only thing that's not is the plot of land, because the plot of land you have to buy. You can tell how some of it is brown over there. That's because I hadn't built it yet. But that is to, you know, what happens when you buy the plot of land. This area is a Yeah, all this workout stuff, that is unlocked right away. But this visitor center stuff, this is unlocked by research. And you can see how much I've researched to get done. This isn't the layout of the basic prison you start out with, because you start out with a little basic prison when you're doing a tutorial and such. When I first was playing this, I had when I was first playing this, I had upgraded a little bit of the basic prison, filled out the first plot of land that you start out with. I had gotten prisons and all such done, filled out the plot of land, and then bought the first the first couple surrounding plots of land, because the first plot of land to buy around is 1,000. Then the second plot of land to buy around is 3,000. Then it goes up to 7,500. No, it goes up to 5,000, then 7,500. And then the final plot of land unlockable is only from Game Pass. This game, I hadn't bought any Game Pass yet because I ran out of Robux and ran out of money, so I haven't been able to buy any Game Passes for this game yet. But yeah, so I did the first prison, and then I unlocked the plots, the extra plots of land for the 1,000, 3,000. So I went a little bit of idle, earning up the money. My first prison could hold up to 20 prisoners in it, and it was a single floor. Which, I mean, it wasn't the first prison I tried doing. When I first played, I tried to restart the entire map, and I deleted everything off of the plots of land, tried doing my own thing, but it was failing, and I pretty much ran out of money with no way of earning money from what I was doing. So, I scrapped that idea, deleted it, and started fresh. That's when I did, what I was just saying with adding on to the prison. And then after I was done buying the plot of land, I had reset it and deleted everything, started a brand new prison that was going all the way to the maximum storage you could have, which is 3 floors. And it went from 20 prisoners in my first prison to, it was like 64 prisoners, something like that. I don't quite remember exactly the number, but it was like in the 60s or late 50s, something like that. I think it was early 60s was the maximum I could hold. And then, I was upgrading because I learned from the first prison, so I upgraded a little bit more. And then when I was done building that, I had done all the extra researching and such, because that's when I actually did all the researching I did do for the various things you see. And then there's one research that I haven't added yet, because I hadn't gotten that far yet. It is dogs, so you could be able to hire and recruit dogs. Because when you look at the workers, you've got the guards you could hire, the chefs you could hire, the janitors, repairmen, and those are the 4 you could hire right off the bat. Then you've got the research for the nurse, which comes with the hospital, then the research for the merchants, which comes with the shop, and then there's just the spare one for dogs. It literally, all it did was add dogs. Because from the very start, you could already build dog bowls and, what is it called? Functional workers? Dog houses. You could already build those too, so I mean, it didn't really do anything with those. But yeah, I mean, you've got all the different things. Oh yeah, and then I also did the research for school too. I haven't done that yet. Because school is a research also. I almost forgot about that, and then by looking at this, I remembered because I saw it. That was another research I had done before restarting, but the maximum of those was like 35,000 was the maximum of one of those. And I was being idle, earning up money to get some of the researches done. I was going to do a few of them that was only 20,000. But I was earning up to 35,000 by the time I was being idle. So, because you can only do one research at a time. So by the time one research was getting done for a couple of them, I was getting up to enough to do the 35,001 and the 30,001, which I don't remember which ones they were, but I remembered how much they cost. But most of the stuff you see here, except for the hospital bed, the cut, shop counter, the school ones, those are unlocked right away from the workers, and this is stuff you need for workers, Except for one thing. What was it? Wasn't there something here? Yeah, lockers. Lockers is for you. That is something for you, because you could equip yourself as a police officer, which I hadn't placed one here. Oh no, I did. Yeah, it's right there. So you could dress up as a police officer with this. Then you've got other necessities, which is just stuff that helps out with the prisoners, Again, a lot of this is from the base game, and not all of them does something yet, like water dispensers still have to be updated, and you could just go on it, select it, and it'd show you. Washing machine is unlocked. Pressing manual press, circular saw, those three unlock from research. Then all of these, or no, most of these are unlocked right away. Library, bookshelves, bookshelf with library. No, those are unlocked right away too. Just trying to think about it. But no, those are unlocked right away, I'm pretty sure. Then you've got the building for the various floors and everything. Everything in floors and stairs are immediately unlocked from the base game. Walls, most of them are, but this is also where you can find the researchable stuff, wherever it is. If I can ever find it. Might be down. Yeah, right here. The visitor walls. Because those are from the, their research. Those are the only ones that are research based though for the walls. And then you've got decoration, which most of it is unlocked right away, but some of the stuff unlocks at with I forgot to do card shelf and plunger shelf. Do I have enough? Yeah, I've got enough. Wait, why is it just does that naturally, okay. And then final shelf, yeah. But some of the stuff, like those unlock from shops, and you could see when it says locked, for certain things. Because I hadn't gotten those because those are expensive. Everything from security and lighting is unlocked right away. Everything from vehicles is unlocked right away, but some of them are, as you could see here from the Roblox symbol, those are Game Pass purchases. So I don't even know if you buy one. If you were to buy one, let me just do a test. Like if I was to click it, you want to? Oh yeah. Okay, so you just click on one of them and let you buy the Game Pass. Okay, interesting. And in my previous prisons, I did not own this guy, but since I was starting a new one, I wanted to buy all the ones I had bought before, and then buy a little bit extra because I had the money, Because when you delete everything, you get a refund of the money, but it doesn't give you the full refund, So by the time I was done with the prison, everything you see here was literally built with the money, with just a little bit left over, I was like around 1,000 left over by the time I finished everything, but with 1,000 there's not really much to build everything else, so I had put a pause on it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let this prison go a little bit, And so, this is my third prison. Once I had finished with the research from my second prison, and once I had, finished building everything I had planned for that prison, and I finished buying all the plots of land, I had restarted, deleting everything, and then built this, This is my third prison. It's still a work in progress, still got a bit to do, but I gotta earn up some money so I could, get some roofing here. I still have no clue how they're fucking doing this. This is supposed to be a work-only area. But yeah, I mean, that is my prison, So I mean, I wanted to show you, the two games, Roblox games I had done, and that is it, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say about it, I did the basic look around, talking about it and such, Even said my progress on it. Like on building a kingdom, that one, you could see how much progress I have previously made on it because it has rebirths, And that rebirth doubles every single time. The first time, I don't even remember, honestly. But as you can see, I've rebirthed 16 times. And it got to the point where the last rebirth I had to save up 16 billion money on it. So I had took a break from saving up and was, mostly going to buy some chests to just get up all the useful and to get the best loot from it, I'm trying to fucking clean up. Do you mind? Add more goods. Yeah, I maxed out on that now. 4 prisoners cannot sit for the meals. Add more lunch tables. Add a little bit of one to sit outside. 2 prisoners that add more phones. Which my second prison, I did pretty good for, actually. Because the second prison, I didn't get any of that error sign for, prisoners not having everything they need. Only thing it did that for was late game to tell me about, hiring people. Except for the very ending, when I needed to add another buffet, which is over there. And, there was one more, what was it, can't remember. But it was, I was surprised with how well I did because I did a lot of setup. This time I didn't really do much setup because I had mostly focused on building it out, getting it ready. And so, I had gotten a little bit of it done, I had made sure there was everything, but this time I had forgotten a couple of things. I had forgotten call boxes, and I had forgotten to add in a little bit of extra tables for how many was there, because I didn't count it. I had built this out, and then it was pretty late, so I went to bed because I had finished out with building, and the prisoners the first hand of prisoners had came in. So I had ended for the night, and then I was pretty tired, so I had forgotten about a couple of the things. But yeah, so but this was all I had done with what money I had earned from deleting everything and restarting the prison from the second prison. So it's pretty nice, I was able to get in a lot of things. That was 1, 2, 3, that's 4 more extra ways of earning money than base game, And it's really upgraded since the last time. The first prison you start out with, you could start out with a maximum of 6. You could start out with a maximum of 6 because you start with 3 cells from the first prison, and the small cells, they start out with a solo bed on them, but you could easily delete the beds to replace them with double beds, which is what I did, and that is without changing the layout of the prison. Maximum you could do without changing the layout of it or adding onto it is 6. And then my second prison, I did 1 cell, which was bigger than the starting cells, bigger than all 3 of them combined, with their own, bathrooms and showers inside of them and everything, because you got the toilets you could put into the cells and such as a normal prison, and usually sinks and, but then in the base game, in the base prison you start out with, you have your own shower room for them. But the second prison I did, I added all of it into the cells, so there'd be 1 toilet, 1 sink, and 1 shower per each one. And then this one, I decided to do it a little bit more of the outside showers and sinks. But yeah. So there was these 2 games introduced to the channel, if either of these games are ones you'd like to play, then make sure to, go on Roblox and find them, The first one's called Build a Kingdom. Second one is My Prison, which you could see, like right here, you've got that, you've got the store which says what it's purchasable, and you've got, something to go by, right now it's on the clothing update, so it's like this, clothing My Prison, and then there's Build a Kingdom, which looks like this, Click into it. There we go. Okay, it's lagging a little bit. You even get, for Build a Kingdom, you even get a starting code you could use if you're starting fresh, And then you've got the game passes for this game too. But if either of these games are something you want to play, and make sure to, oh my god, my fucking computer needs another update. Of course it fucking does. Anyways, make sure to check them out if there's something you'd like to play, you'd want to play. And, if you want to join my kingdom, make sure to Phoenix Punch that subscribe button, as well as check out my Discord, friend me on Discord, which my Discord base username thing is will be in the descriptions below, as it is in every single video. You could also friend me on my other sites like Instagram or Facebook or such, I mostly will, be on Discord because I have that on 24/7. But so, if you really want to join my kingdom, join my Discord, because then I could send you the invite to my Kingdom server, you know, for you to join on Discord, you know. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you Phoenix punch that like button, and also make sure Phoenix punch that notification bell to be notified of future uploads. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Goodbye!